What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 242 subs away, from hitting 500 subs. And who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I'm opening up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. Excuse me. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box that I opened up last year, which is this beautiful Beak Cub from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely amazing as a collector's rare. Nice little close-up. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Excuse me. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 85% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed, and to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be down in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what cards would you guys like to see get reprinted in the upcoming deck build set crossover breakers? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we are actually going to be taking a step back away from Rage of the Abyss and put our focus on crossover breakers, which will be the next deck build set, or the next, I guess, collector rare set, if you will, where obviously you guys know these sets always give us 3 brand new archetypes that you would never least expect. And this one is going to be rather interesting because this is actually the first of the 3, and it's known as the Raizeol. The Raizeol archetype, which apparently in Japan, Rai, obviously we know means thunder or lightning, and Zeol is actually or zeolite is actually a type of mineral known to combust. And it's what this is it's actually a thunder. It's a thunder pyro archetype that solely revolves around Xyz summoning. So I'm very curious. So I'm actually interested to see if this archetype will will have any form of like meta relevance once the set gets released. If it does, which I'm sure it will, because there've been quite a few decks, decks in these deck build sets that have made their way to the meta and to like tier 0 status. Decks like Vampire and Sky Striker out of the set Dark Saviors. There was also Necros coming out that came out of Shining Forces or something like that. Yes, something like that. I think. Wait, I don't. Wait, was it? Hang on. Let's see, Necros. The Force, was it the Force Awakens or something like that? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to take a look at it. Give me a second. Secret Forces. That was the name. Secret Forces. It took me a second. Out of Secret Forces, and there was also there was also a couple others as well. Genesis Impact? Maybe with Drytron, and also with the Evil Twin, Live Twin archetype. So there's been quite a few. This set, on the other hand, it's up for debate, but I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get straight into it. Kicking things off, we have Thode Raizeol. Yeah, and some of these names I will butcher them. Unfortunately, so I do apologize. But this one is a 4-star Fire Thunder with 1500 attack, 200 defense. The first effect, which is a special summon effect, is a once per turn, and the second effect is also a once per turn. The first effect reads if you have a Raizeol monster on your field or in your grave, you can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon from the extract for the rest of the turn except rank 4s. So obviously this is your Cyber Dragon for the entire deck. And yes, it is true that you do get locked into only rank 4s. Excuse me, but funny enough, it really doesn't make much of a difference anyway, especially with the fact that you can use your rank 4 pool as your negation, if you will. So if you have rank 4s that have built-in negation or some sort of like disruption, or perhaps even or even like back row removal at all, whether it was like Tornado Dragon, Redoer, or whatever, go for it. So this card's actually pretty slick. A nice little Cyber Dragon, just as long as you have another Raizeol on board. And then the second effect says if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one light pyro monster from your deck to your hand. So in a way, you have yourself a Cyber Dragon and a Stratos for the whole deck. So in a way, this is kind of like your combo starter, if you will, which is pretty cool. But I believe all the main deck monsters have have special summon effects, but they're all different from one another. So next up we have non Raizeol. And it is a 4-star light. Sorry, a 4-star fire thunder with 1400 attack, 1600 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads if you have any Xyz, if you have an Xyz monster on your field or in your grave, you can special summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except rank 4s. So again, just like with the last one, you are locked only into rank 4s. But as long as you do have quite a few rank 4s, you're pretty much just golden from there. So it's pretty cool. Second effect reads you can send one card from your hand or field to the grave. Target one Raizeol monster in your grave, except this card. Special summon it in defense, but its effects are negated. So what I find so funny about this is that you can use Foolish Burial to send a card like, say, Thode to your graveyard, normal summon Node or Node, I think it's Node, and then use its effect, special summon back Thode, and you pretty much have yourself a rank 4 right there. Obviously, yes, its effects do get negated, but if you have everything you need in your hand, you really don't need the Stratos effect from Thode. So this card is actually kind of sick. So basically with all of the main deck monsters, they essentially become like one card combos, if you will. And it all just depends on what your opening hand is. You could potentially have like two Raizeol cards, and you would still be able to combo. Or you could have like none whatsoever, and you would still be able to combo, which is pretty horrifying to see. But next up we have Ice Raizeol, which is a 4-star light pyro with 1700 attack, 1000 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads you can special summon this card from your hand by sending one card from your hand or field to the grave. If summoned this way, obviously you can't special summon from the extra deck except rank 4s for the rest of the turn. Second effect reads, if this card is normal summon, you can special summon one Raizeol monster from your deck except this card. This is exactly what I was talking about. This card is essentially your basically your combo starter, where as opposed to everything else, it's mainly your extenders, if you will, which is pretty cool. And I will say though, looking at these cards, this is gonna be a crazy. I think this deck is gonna be crazy. And funny enough, I think you can use. Can you use fire recovery? I don't think you can. I don't think you can, because oh my god, there's gotta be something. Funny enough, I think System Down could be a card that can stop this deck, because it does have thunders in it, so it's pretty interesting to say the very least. But next up we have X Raizeol, which is a 4-star light pyro with 500 attack, 2000 defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads you can special summon this card from your hand by sending one Xyz monster from your extra deck to the grave. If summoned this way, you can't special summon from the extra deck except for rank 4s. Let's see here. Second effect reads, if this card is no more special summon, and all face-up monsters you control are level or rank 4 monsters, you can add a Fire Thunder from your deck to your hand. Basically, you have yourself another form of Stratos on a 2K Defender, which in 2024 it's not often you see 2K Defenders unless if you were running like fucking Mystical Elf or Giant Soldier of Stone or something like that. Some really weird LOB bullshit, but for the most part, this card is actually pretty cool, I must admit. A nice way to extend to going into more of your rank 4 plays, which is really cool. Next up, we have Palma Raizeol, which is a 4-star Fire Thunder with 1200 attack, 2400 defense, and it says that it cannot be normal summon or set. It must first be special summon from the hand by shuffling one Raizeol monster from your hand or grave into the deck or extra deck. And it has two separate effects. The first one reads you cannot special summon from the extra deck except rank 4s. Second effect reads, once per turn, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage cow, you can send one level 4 monster from your hand or deck to the grave, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's until the end of the battle phase. So in a way, this card is kind of like it's kind of like a really weird, like, honest, if you will. But instead of sending a card to your graveyard to make any ordinary monster to gain attack, this card becomes honest if it was on the board, and it had the effect to give itself extra attack, if you will. So you have yourself a pretty cool way to essentially just break your opponent's board depending on what they have, which is pretty cool. But next up, we have the extra deck, and the first one is Raizeol Duo Drive, which is a rank 4 Fire Thunder Xyz with 2500 attack, 2000 defense, and it requires 2 or more level 4 monsters. And the first and third effects are both once per turn. The first one reads, if this card is special summon, you can attach one Raizeol monster from your grave to this card as material. Second effect reads, for each material attached to this card, monsters you control gain 100 attack. Also, monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack. Third effect reads, during your main phase you can detach 2 materials from your Xyz monsters, and if you do, add 2 Raizeol cards with different names from your deck to your hand. So, funny enough, Xyz import is going to be nasty with this deck because you can literally target any card and any monster that has lower attack than this card on your opponent's field, and basically attach it to this card as material. Which, funny enough, if your opponent has has a fucking Appaloosa with only one negate left, what are they really gonna do? Use it on 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 an Exceeds import? Like why would you do that when you're gonna end up losing the negation anyway? So so it really doesn't make much sense. So the only thing that your opponent would have to do is just let it ride and let you take their Appaloosa. And not only that, this card also again not only lets your whole board gain attack, but it forces your opponent's board to lose attack as well. So this is really cool. It's really cool to see. But next up we have Raizeol Detonator. Detonator? Yeah, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Which is a rank 4 light pyro Xyz with 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense, which seems to be the boss monster for the whole deck, but we'll see. 3k attack, 2,500 defense, and it requires 2 or more level 4 Raizeol monsters. The first and third effects are both once per turn. In which the first effect reads: If this card is special summoned, you can attach one monster from your grave to this card as material. Second effect reads: When your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, target one card on the field, destroy it. Excuse me. Third effect reads: If a Xyz monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one material from this card instead. So basically this is the boss monster for the whole deck, and basically it ensures that, and it basically just ensures that your whole board remains intact, and you can just combo off and just push for game. Which funny enough, you can actually go into Zeus and wipe your opponent's board clean and just attack them for 3k, which is pretty nasty if you ask me. But now we move into the back row, and I believe there's only 2 back row cards. Yeah, there are only 2 back row cards, and then a couple of reprints that we'll be talking about in this video. So the first of the 2 back row cards, we have Raizeol Plugin. That's what she said. Anyway, bad joke, I get it. Bad joke, I get it. But it is a quick play spell, and the effect is a once per turn that reads target one Xyz monster or Raizeol monster in your grave or banishment. Special summon it, then you can attach one Raizeol card from your deck to your rank 4 Xyz monster as material, and you cannot declare attacks for the rest of the turn except with rank 4 Xyz. So in a way, this is kind of like your DDR for the whole deck. And what's cool about this is that you can attach one Raizeol card to any one of your rank 4 Xyz as its own material to help you push even further for Zeus, which is pretty cool. Or perhaps even anti-Zeus, which is even more nasty. But now we gotta talk about the last card for today's video for this archetype, and it is known as Raizeol Hole Thruster. That's what she said. Anyway, bad joke, I get it. Bad joke, I get it. But it is a normal trap, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads: target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Raizeol Xyz monsters you control, destroy them. Then you can attach one Raizeol card from your grave to your rank 4 Xyz monster as material. Second effect reads you can banish this card from your grave immediately after this resolves. Xyz summon using monster control using a Raizeol or including a Raizeol monster. So basically, this helps ensures that you're able to just combo off and go into more of your Xyz monsters, which is absolutely insane. Not much to say about it, but when I mentioned cards like Tornado Dragon and of course Time Thief Redoer, ironically enough, those are the reprints for the set. Tornado Dragon and Time Thief Redoer will be reprinted in crossover breakers, but I'm curious of what the other two are, what the other two archetypes are gonna be. But it'll be interesting. But my thoughts on this archetype, honestly, it's not too bad. It is a bit, I wouldn't say it's a bit gimmicky, but it's more, I feel like depending on how the deck gets built, it can become more of a rogue deck rather than a tier 1 or tier 0 meta deck. So it does have the potential to make its way into the meta, but it's gonna be interesting to say the very least. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.